Hello. Okay, and we're back online. Okay, well, welcome to tutorial number 9. And let me give you a quick update of what's happened. We have Sissy, the fairy. She got into a fight here with the Takuna, and she was more powerful than the Tycoona, but the Tycoona got in a surprise smack that knocked her hit points down quite a bit. So she decided that better part of valor was to just run away, so she left. And then over here in the palace, Zybot, she was in the private zoo, ran into a hellhound, had a pretty good battle, was able to fight it off, but the relic wasn't hers. In fact, she's been through, oops, wrong side. I think she's been through like 7 or 8 rooms, so she still has not found her relic. She's probably going to take on a tour of the whole place. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with round 72. Okay, everyone's lost sight of the evil incarnate. Sissy has received a hit point of natural healing. She's up to 23. And Zybot the Scaly's received a hit point of natural healing. He's up to 36. And I believe he still has his physician, so he's going to have his physician look at his wounds and get another D4 hit points. 4 hit points. Good deal. And I'll bring up to 40. Okay, and he goes first. Okay, so what's he want to do now? Let's see. Now we can see the where he's been. He's been to 6 rooms, or at least it has knowledge of the artifacts in 6 rooms. So now he's going to try to find the storeroom. He's been there. Kitchen, he's been there. He knows what's in there. Blacksmith, he knows what's in there. He knows what's in the dungeon. So he wants to get up to these rooms here. So he's going to go ahead. Servants' quarters. He hasn't been in the servants' quarters. So maybe he can get into the servants' quarters here. Okay. And his smash lock's 27, his pick lock's 32. He's going to go ahead and give himself a point of skill, which will increase his pick lock percentage. It's up to 36. Okay, he's going to roll a d6 for movement and adds 1 because he has a palette map, so he has 7 points. Let's see, so he's going to go to the door and see if he can open it, and that's 36%. 92, he couldn't get the door open, so he's got to go out the other way. All right, well, let's see. Maybe that would be the best way to go. Okay, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he doesn't have anything to worry about from the evil king because he's already evil, so he's going to try to get through this room and hit that door. Okay. And then we go on to Sissy, our elf. I'm still calling Zybot him all the time, and it should be a her anyway. Weather conditions are mild. Good. Well, then she's just going to move over to 1, 2, 3, I think. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. She's going to stop here because this has a dock on it. And she now has enough power. So your attributes state that a total of power plus swift. If she has a total of power plus swift and it is greater than 15, she can rock hop the waterway. So this is a nice docks close by Mariah Midlands and Mariah Lowlands, and she can leap the waterway. So that's where she wants to stop because she can leave via the dock. She has 2 events. She's going to have to deal with those. She's hoping to get by this without much of a problem. She has her quest. No, wait a minute. That's wrong. She has her relic. She has her relic. Oh, yep. She found a creature. Oh, she met Satan. That's wonderful. Okay. And for her second event, a mercenary. Huh. Well, Satan is protecting the mercenary. Too bad. Maybe she could hire the mercenary to fight the Satan, but no, that's not going to work. So, okay. Let's see. She doesn't have anything to. Okay, she is a dragon killer, which means Satan is a master. She's going to have advantages against it, but I don't think she really wants to fight that. Um, Event shift. Cast whenever a player, including yourself, has drawn an event. It forces the player to trash your event, draw another. She is going to attempt. Well, first she has to see if she's going to be surprised. So let's go ahead and set up the stats for the Satan. Okay, so run factor of D4, 3. And hit die 2d12 plus 16. 11 and 8 is 19 plus 16 is 35. 35 hit points. Yeah, this is a master, has a power of 20, psychic of 20. Description, good luck. Okay, so she's going to see if she can get first sight. I do not believe she has any followers. No, she wouldn't have any followers. Yeah, okay, so first sight, 18%. Not good. She didn't get first sight. It's a 10% chance that Satan will surprise her. Did not surprise her. Okay, well, she's not surprised. She's immediately going to attempt to cast the event shift spell, play spell, play spell. There we go. And she has a 90% cast rate. And let's see, cast whenever a player, including yourself, has just drawn an event. It forces the player to trash the event and draw another. And that's what she wants to do, is get rid of this Satan card. So she's got a 90% chance to cast it successfully, which she does. So we'll trash the spell, and we'll close all the stats on Satan and trash him, and she will draw another event. An intellectual. 2 roamers, very good. Okay, mercenary. She does not have a title, so she cannot control the mercenary remotely. So she's just going to ignore him. He's somebody that'll work for you. If he was working for somebody else, then you would treat him as a caution roamer, and you would have a caution enemy, basically. But he hasn't been hired by anyone, so he's just wandering around looking for work. And the intellectual, this philosophical intellectual occasionally teleports around the land in search of intelligent, like-minded adventurers. If you have a skill of greater than 6, he finds you smart enough to grant you a wish. And you have a skill, she has a skill of 7, so he grants her a wish. So we'll pull up the wish list. And she can have any 2 of these. She doesn't really need gold. Flex points, maybe. She doesn't need gems. To take something from another player, what does Zybot have that she might want? Xerox's pass would be really handy. Okay, she does have a slot for something. That Xerox's pass is looking really tempting. She's going to go ahead and take that as part of her wish. So she will claim ownership, send to inventory. Okay. And Then for the second part of her wish, she's going to probably take a couple flex points. Let's see, random collectible, no. Spell. She's already got a spell coming because she always has at least 2. Gain the hit points. That'd be nice. Stat-wise, she's in good shape, isn't she? She's not doing bad. So maybe the flex point aren't nearly as important as the hit points. She was thinking about using a dose of unguent, but she wouldn't have to. She did that. So she's going to go ahead and do that. She's going to gain 2d10 hit points and hope she doesn't get a couple of lousy rolls. 1 and 2. 8. Yeah, could have been better. 31. Okay. Well, she's not going to have to worry about getting into a fight anytime soon, so I think she'll stay with that. Won't take any unguents. Okay. While she's here, just for kicks, she's going to try to find Pegasus' boat and rehide it. And she has a 18% find stuff. Okay. Find stuff and first sight is the same. And she doesn't find the boat. Okay. The only difference between find stuff and first sight is if you're using it for first sight, any assisting companion you have a +10. And for find stuff like the boat, any assisting companion you have is a +5 per assisting companion. Okay, so moving on to round 73. In the Kingdom News, the Marcus received a new torch. Okie doke. The dead salesman has been spotted as moving to the Marin Midlands. Sissy has received a hit point of natural healing. Zybot the Scaly has received a hit point of natural healing. Zybot the Scaly has been working out, and their HP max has been increased to 50. He's now totally maxed out at 50 maximum hit points. And he's going to ask his physician to throw him a little extra healing. And the physician is going to give him another single hit point. One. Okay. And he's up first. So he's going to roll a d6. He gets to add 1 for the palace map, so that's a 3. There's 1. He'll say hi to the evil king. And let's see, he has a 36% pick lock. 54. He did not pick the lock, so he can't go any further. All right. Is there anything this guy's going to do for him? Probably. If you're evil, he blesses you. Oh, he's going to bless you. Oh, he's going to do. Oh, yeah, that's right. If he blesses you with +2 to hit and damage for d6 turns. 2 turns. Okay. Pull up his tracker. 1, 2. He's done this thing before. Okay, so moving on to Sun. Sissy. Okay, she's at a dock. She's now going to begin traveling across the ocean. She gets to rock hop. The first rock she's going to hop to is right here. She has no event while she's rock hopping. And we go on to round 74. Okay, Sissy received a new hit point in natural healing. Proper sleep and exercise has increased Sissy's hit point max to 45. That's good. She's got herself a boost. Zybot the Scaly has received a hit point in natural healing for a total of 43. He's going to have his physician throw in a few more hit points there. D4 and 1 more. Okay, and Sissy is up first. She'll hop to the next rock. Right here. And now Pegasus, Zybot. She rolls a d6, adds 1 for the map, so that's a total of 3. And she's going to try to pick this lock. It's 36% still. And she didn't pick the lock, so she has to move. Oh, this is getting tiresome. So she's going to go ahead and step outside the door and roll a d8 to see if she has an event. She does not. Okay. Take 1 turn off for that. You know, he's starting. No, that wouldn't help. Okay. Never mind. Going on to round 75. Mercenaries have spotted as moving to the wastelands. The intellectuals have spotted moving to the Breen Inland District. Sissy has received a hit point natural healing. Sissy's been going for quick jogs in the morning, increasing their swift by 1. That's good. And Zybot the Scaly has received a hit point natural healing for a total of hit points of 45. And he's going to ask his physician to take a look at his wounds and give him another 2 hit points. He's almost back to health. Okay, and it looks like Sissy's going to go first. And before she gets on land, since she just had a boost to her maximum hit points, she wants to take advantage of that. So she's, before she steps on land, she's going to go ahead and take a dose of her magic unguent. So dose tracker 2, it's going to drop that down to 1. She still has a dose left. And if in combat, you may apply as many doses at any time as you want, which is going to only play 1. And AP of 2. Okay, each dose will heal D12 plus 6 hit points. Okay. So we will deduct 2 arcane points for the use of the unguent. And D12 plus 6. I think that's what it was, wasn't it? See? That's the problem when you get older. Your mind only holds on to information for about 3 seconds. D12 plus 6. 10 plus 6, 16 hit points. That was worth it. So that's 34, 44. That would take her right up to 45, which is 11 hit points. She didn't get everything that she would have gotten out of it, but it got her up to full strength. So that's what she was concerned about. All right. So now she has a +1, I believe, in movement point. Yep, +1 movement point. And so that means she has 7 movement points. And doesn't have any other movement abilities. Okay, so she's going to head on up north. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. The woods. Wait a minute, does she carry any gold on her? She is. She's going to stop on the bank at the bank. And she's going to go ahead and deposit her gold. Then she doesn't have to worry about losing it. So deposit $800. Okay. And moving on to Pegasus. And let's see. He hasn't gotten enough experience points. No, he's only got 3 experience points. Can't get this increased any. You really would like to get a higher pick lock, but anyway, he's going to roll D6. Add 1 for the map. That's 5. There's 1. 36% chance to open this lock. Does not open it. So he'll talk to the Evil King again. At least he's getting something out of this. So the Evil King will give him a +2 to hit and damage for D6 rounds. So he's going to add to his current one by 5 rounds. This will bring it up to 6. Okay. And move on to round 76. Rounds are moving pretty fast now. The dead salesman is spotted moving to the into the palace. Sissy's AP has been reset, and Sissy has received a point in psychic by studying the mystical arts. Good for her. Okay, and I I guess he's completely healed now. 52. Oh, that's right. He got a. That's interesting. Why did he get 52? I don't know. Anyway, um, he's rolled a d6. Six and ones. He's got 7 movement points if he can get that lock open. 36. He did not get the lock open. Well, he has to move somewhere, so he's going to step outside. And roll a d8 to see if it has an event. And I didn't deduct one from his, he does not, I didn't deduct one last turn, so we'll deduct 2. Okay. Wait a minute, he gave him 6 more? How many did he give me? 5 more, right. So this should be at 5. No, 1, 5. No, you're right. We should be at 4. Okay, so he's right. All right, so Sun. Psychic, is there anything at the market she wants? The camel help move her along quicker. No, she's going to fly across the channel, so the camel's not going to do her any good. And no, there's really nothing in there that she wants. The Theurgist, now that might be worthwhile. How much money does she have? $1,764. She's not going to be able to get much to the Theurgist for that. Oh, and we forgot. I think she only has 1 spell. That's right, and a fairy always has 2 spells. So give me a spell. She has an atomic blast spell. That's interesting. Cast any time except in combat in any standard outdoor region and must be aimed at a specific hex in your region that is not a P terrain and currently not occupied by a player. Anything in the hex is destroyed. Each item in the vicinity, including yourself, will incur the wrath of the explosion. So you can put aimed at, okay. If the item has damage rating, apply damage. If not, roll a percentage chance of destruction. Okay, so 1 hex, 2 hex, 3. It'll damage things from up to 3 hexes away. All right, get the tile and place it in your chosen location, which will remain impassable for D4 plus 2 rounds. Okay, interesting. Okay, let's see. Theurgist, Frankie's Pub. See, she really doesn't see the Theurgist, yeah. Another spell might be handy. There's a lot of nice stuff in here, but she can't afford it. Oh, Liquid of Life. Can she afford that? 1260. She can afford that, and that is a huge item. So she's heading for the Theurgist. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The Theurgist, and she's going to buy the Liquid of Life. Send a token. Okay, the Liquid of Life. If not in combat, you may consume this liquid anytime to gain 2d12 plus 6 hit points. This is a gain, this isn't a heal, which means if it takes it over the max, you can still keep the hit points. So that's usually, you drink this when you're already at full health, and that gives you a huge boost in your hit points. And so she's 1260, she has a Dicker at 35. Dicker, buy, 35. 1260, and he wants 1638. My goodness. Well, she was hoping she'd get a good price and buy a spell from him too, but I don't think so. She's going to counter offer. So she's 1260. She's going to say, I'll for 1300. That would leave her with $1,300. He's probably going to turn her down. Nope, he's sticking to 1638. She doesn't. Gosh. Well, she's just going to give up on the spell and just, yeah, she'll go ahead and take it. It's too valuable an item to leave it in there. Boy, that almost broke her. Okay. Claim ownership. Send to inventory. Okay. So the best time to drink that is just before you step into the throne room. Get all those extra hit points before you sit in the throne. Then you got a lot more health to defend it with. Okay, and that's the end of round 76. Healer's received a new Lucan Sprout. She's probably got a bunch of those at this point. Yep. Healing herbs is what those are. Mercenary has been spotted moving to the Breen Coastal area. As a show of support, the Pegasus clan has deposited $104 into Zybot the Scaly's account. Good for her. And she goes first. Roll a d6 for movement. Add a point for the map. That's a 6. And he's going to go 1. And try once again to open the lock. Failed again. Well, he'll get another d6 rounds from the Evil King. Another 1. All right. We'll just add 1, subtract 1 for the end of his turn. We just stay right where we're at. And moving on to Sissy. Okay, let's see. What is her attributes? Let's see. Fly across Mariah Channel, one per turn. Okay. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3. She's flying across the channel. And round 78. Everyone lost sight of the mercenary. Sissy's been lifting logs and rocks to beef up the muscles, resulting in a point of power. Good for Sissy. Okay, Pegasus. And he's going to roll a d6 for movement. 6, 7 movement points. Now, if he can get that lock open, he couldn't get it open. Wow, he's got 36%. That's better than a 1 in 3 chance, and he cannot get that lock open. Okay, I think I might change that rule. Okay, anyway, so it's going to move outside, see if D8. No event. Deduct 1 turn here, and move on to Sissy. And let's see, she has enough to get to 1, 2, 3 with a safety check. 4. Okay, so she's going to go to her inventory. Graham's hammer she's going to give to Xerox. And Xerox, and then receive the knowledge of the mystic realms. Now, if you look at her, it shows here that she has the knowledge of the mystic realm. Or the KOTMR for short. Okay, and round 79. No news. And Sissy goes first. So now she's going to try to decide which is the best way to go to the wastelands. The northern alley or the southern alley. We've got 5, 2, 2, 4, 3. We've got some big numbers up here. Only a couple safety checks. And then down this way, we've got, we got some big numbers down here too, but only 1 safety check. No special locations, really. So she's going to go along this. Oh, there is 2 safety checks. So it's pretty much the same. So how many movement points? We got 2, 3, uh, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. She's always going to stop at the cathedral. It's a good place. So it's 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17. So it's longer going along the top. So she's going to go along the bottom. Okay, she has 7 movement points, 2 with a safety check. Oh, a random living being in the sun's party has died. She has no living beings, I don't think. No, she doesn't have anybody in the party. Nope, nope, no living beings. Okay, so there's 2, 3, 4, and that's as far as she can go. So she's going to have an event, and she now has her KOTMR. She's met a medicine woman. You've met a beautiful medicine woman who wanders the land looking for the finest plants and herbs to heal the body and soul. Treat her exactly as if you were visiting a healer. Open the healer window in the marketplace for services and goods. She won't be interested in buying anything from you, though. Sissy's already got an antidote and a vaccine, and she's got the liquid of life and some unguent, and right now she's fully healed, so she really has no use to get the services of the medicine woman. So she'll just leave her there. And Pegasus. Okay, well, he's going to roll a d6 remove it. This is becoming a routine. 5 plus 1 is 6. He'll step in here, and 36% chance he'll pick the lock. 8%. He picked the lock. Okay, so he's got 6 movement points. So inventory, see, that's 1, 2, 3, and he wants to see what this room is before he steps inside. Oops. King's Chambers, yeah. 1 event, sure. He'll go inside. Okay, so he's going to have 1 event. It's a catacomb doorway. What a deal. Known by Pegasus. Okay, so let's see what King's Chambers has to say. The decor of this room is truly befitting of a king. However, it's only used for guest VIPs, and it hasn't seen any of those in a long, long time. You may explore the room once per turn, find percent to find the relic. If you roll less than half of what you need to roll, you'll also find 2d4 gold. Okay, so his find percent is 50, plus 5 for any assisting companion. And physicians assisting companions, that's 55. And I don't think this helps with find percentages. No, it helps to find catacomb doors, but he just found one by event, so that's fine. So he's 55% chance he can find the relic. 84, he didn't find a thing. So here we go again. All right, deduct 1 turn. And moving on to round 80. And Sissy increased her social a point by reading a book on how to influence people. So Pegasus gets to go first. He's going to try to find the relic once again. Continue searching. 55%. 72. He did not find it. And moving on to Sissy. 4, 5. That's as far as she can go. Rocky Plains. 1 event. She found a gem. Not that it's going to do her much good here. Send inventory. Sun. If she could do so quickly, and it happens to be a good gem, it might afford her to some new spells. So she's going to say, there's the Lapidary, there's the Theurgist. She could probably do this pretty quickly. So she's going to consider that. Okay. In the meantime, let's see. Round 81. The Theurgist has received a new ring of power. Well, that's way out of her price range. Nice item, really nice item. Like the flying desk, a couple of really prized items, but they are expensive. Okay, Sissy's been mentally practicing her psionic attacks and defense, increasing her psychic by 1 point. She's just pulling in all kinds of points. And she goes first. She is going to take advantage of this gem and see if she can get enough money to get some new spells. So she's going to go 3, 4. Guardian doesn't care if you're leaving. He's going to ignore you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And she says, here, I just found this. Tell me how much it's worth. Send a token. Dicker of 40%. Examine gem. Don't know the class. Don't know the value. Dicker is 40%. And he says, that is precious, worth 3,160, and I'll give you 3,476 because I like it. Now that is a deal. Well worth your coming back down here and checking it out. Okay, I bet she's absolutely giddy now. Okay, moving on to Pegasus. And he's going to continue to search the room. Don't know if he's got enough experience point. One more round, I'll have enough experience time to increase his percentage. For right now, he's still at 55, 50 find, and 5 for the assisting position. 55%. He still didn't find anything. Wow, he's not very good at rolling this stuff. And that is the end of his enhancement. And we'll go on to round 82. Okay, the blacksmiths received a new mace. With the old one. And as a show of support, the Sun Clan has deposited $130 in his sister's account. Yeah. As soon as she cashes in the big gem, then they start giving her some money. Okay, so Pegasus. He's already up. He's going to try once again to, this time he's going to increase his skill point. Okay, and that brings up to 55, plus 5 for the position is 60. 36. Okay. Well, he didn't get less than half, so he didn't find the gold, but he did find his relic. So he's now going to peek at the relic. And with all the work he's done, I was hoping it's his, but it's not. It's Loreka's cloak. That's not going to help him. King's Chambers. Loreka's cloak. All right. And moving on to Sissy. Okay, and she's going to head over to the Theurgist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's Realm of the Dead. She doesn't want to pass through there particularly, but 7. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Safety check. 7. Rocky Plains. 1 event. Have Relic or KOTMR. She met a monster. A Puffball. Okay. This is a Class D enemy. Run factor of D6. 4. Hit die 2d8 plus 8. Two and 2 is 4, and 8 is 12. She should be okay with this. Let's see, it's not in a bonus location. A large fungal ball that rolls and emits spores. They fight effectively, indicating some form of intelligence. That's why he's an enemy and not a beast. Match your swift versus its power in an attempt to jump out of the way and strike it on the way by. This is an advantage to Sissy because she is dexterous and she gets to roll twice in any swift roll. Okay, let's see. So you match your swift versus its power in an attempt to jump out of the way and strike it on the way by. Every time you injure the puffball, it emits a cloud of spores. 30% chance you're overcome with coughing fits, placing you on the defense at minus D4 to hit in the next segment. Okay, so it's swift versus its power. Okay, no bonuses on swift except she gets to roll twice. That's her bonus. Okay, and so we didn't even bring up the combat. Well, yeah, we do because we have armor rating and stuff. Oops. There we go. Nothing there has changed. Still 35% armor rating. Her damage is the same. It's the physical damage. She's going to be trying to use her weapons, so we just need to get first sight, 18%. Does she get first sight on this thing? She does not. The puffball has a 10% chance to surprise. And surprises. Oh my. And 14 maximum hit points. Ooh, that hurt. Okay, and there's 30% chance she's overcome with the coughing fits from the spores. 37, she is not. Okay. So, ISC roll. Puffball roll first. And Fairy roll second. And we have tied ISC rolls indicates an exchange of blows. It's a special roll, no armor involved. So he's got D8 plus 6 hit points. That's 1 plus 6 is 7. So hit her for another 7 hit points. And she struck him for D12 plus 1. 6 and 1 is 7. That probably got his attention. Okay, and since we had a special roll on ISC, we roll it again. Puffball rolls first. And then Sissy rolls. She rolls a 20. That is an automatic. That's a special roll, automatic double, maximum damage. Maximum damage. She has a maximum damage of 13. That is a kill. She killed the puffball. That's a power of 8. Gives her 8 experience points. Okay, and she did very well on that. Never even rolled a combat roll. It was either surprise. It was a surprise and 2 special rolls. That's all it took. Okay. And we'll just leave it at that right now. And now this will be the last round, round 83. The last round for today, not just the last round. The intellectuals was spotted as moving to the Mariah Midlands. Oh, you might be around. She's already got, that's right, you can only have one spell. She's already gotten a spell from the intellectuals, so I gotta check that. The medicine woman's been spotted as moving to the Breen coastal area. Dead salesman's been spotted moving to the Mariah lowlands area. Oh, she might want to talk to him if he's around. What is her stats? She has 7. She would have enough to get a let's see, where was it? Is it ML4 over here? She has enough to get a wish from him. There he is. I think that's what he does. Social greater than 6, and she has that. And she hasn't visited him in the past. Oops. Nope. Okay. A wish would be nice. Okay, let's see. Sissy's received a hit point of natural healing. She's back up to 25. Sissy's extended bouts of meditation has increased her psychic by a point. That's nice. And first up is Pegasus. Okay, he's going to roll a d6 for movement, add 1 for the map. 1, 2. Well, he's going to see what this room is. He's going to pull out the map, see what this room is before he tries to open the door. And it is subterranean room, subterranean cave. Yeah, subterranean cave with 2 events. He would like to go in there and see what's in there, but that's, I think he'd rather do this one first. If he can avoid going in there, that looks like an ugly room. He'll do so. So he gets to move 2. All right, 1, 2, and roll a d8. No event. Okay, and then Sissy. Yeah, she's got lots of time, so she's not in any hurry at this point. So she's going to go ahead and cash in on the spells. Okay, so she has 2 spells now. I believe she has enough, yeah, she has enough psychic to have up to 5 spells. So she's going to purchase 3 spells from him. Also, she's got some bucks. 37, 32. Now yeah, a Ring of Power would be nice, but that would take practically all of her money. So let's see, spells. Anything else there that she wants? Flying Dust, doesn't need it. Amplifier is not interested in that. Let us know. Helilobite, no. Shadow Oxide, no. Alpha Muse, no. She's going to go ahead and just buy 3 spells at 450 a spell. Dicker, buy a Dicker of 40, 450 per spell, and he wants $405 a spell. Excellent. So 4 and 5, it'd be 8, 10, 12, 15. 12, 15 for 3 spells. Good deal. Get me a spell. Get me a spell. And get me a spell. She got a fly spell. Excellent. So she's going to have to expand her book here. A freeze spell and a redirect spell. Fly spell. Cast in a standard outdoor region at the beginning of your turn. It allows you and your party to travel up to 3 hexes this turn and 3 hexes the next. You have no events or encounters on the first turn as you are flying. You must encounter where you land on the second turn. You may fly into a different region as long as it's also a standard outdoor region. So that means you can fly over the channel, you could fly over the mountains, whatever. Freeze, let's see, cast anytime except in combat at your current location if you're in a standard outdoor region. If successful, place a spell on the target, hex, and select the area of effect. You may freeze, unfreeze any living being at will, including rivals, in the target hex or any neighboring hex for the duration of the spell. A frozen being may not be attacked or encountered, but you may access protected items and areas, including taking an item from a frozen rival, as if they're incapacitated. That's nice. And redirect is just a defensive spell. Cast on another player has successfully cast a spell targeting you. Okay. That's probably not going to be much of anything to her. So good. So she's going to move on, and that'll be the end for this evening. I will continue with tutorial number 10 on Saturday evening. Goodbye, everyone.